Hi everyone, in this lecture we are going to continue implementing the flip card functionality. Alright, so we are still in our else statement block. The reason for that is the first click is easy to find out. When it is first click, it's first card, but when the second click happens, it means that it is the second card, and then we need to do a bunch of logic to find out whether that card, which is the second card, is equal to the first card. If it is equal, then what should we do? If it is not equal, then what should we do? So that's why everything happens in the else statement. All right, so we have successfully mapped where the second card is. Now, what do we want to do to find out whether those cards match? And when they match, then what do we want to do? All right, so here is where we are going to implement another if statement, because we want to find out if they're a match, we are going to do one thing. If they're not a match, we are going to do another thing. All right, so if, and we have successfully found out, we have successfully found out the values for the dataset.name of those cards which are clicked. So through that we can find out if they match. So first card.dataset.name, which I have given it myself, if it matches the second card.dataset.name, if they match, it means that the first card and the second card, they are the same. All right, and when they're the same, it means that it is a match. M-A-T-C-H. And what do we want to do? We want to disable the cards. It means we want our cards to stay where they are. We do not want to move them. We do not want our cards to unflip. So I'm just going to call them disable the cards. So how can we disable those cards? The cards, they have an event on them. And this event is a click event. So let's go ahead and let's remove that event. So we are going to grab our first card. That we have another method that is remove event listener. Okay, so what is the event? The event is a click event. And what is the functions associated with that event? It is the flip card function. So we are going to remove it from the first card as well as the second card. So when they're a match, we want to remove these event listeners. It means that we want to disable the cards. What if it's not a match? When it is not a match, we are going to run an else statement if it is not a match. Okay, and we want to grab our first card. Now, first off, let's talk about what if it is not a match. If it is not a match, we want to flip the cards again. Okay, it means we want to add the flip card class to our first card and second card. If they're a match, we want them to stay there, to stay flipped, or to be disabled. If they are not a match, then we want them to unflip. Okay, so something like that. So in here I'm going to say not a match. Then what do we want to do? We want to unflip cards. All right. So we are going to grab the first card and we are going to say class list dot remove the flip class. And if you remember correctly, this is where we added the flip class. The flip class basically says that the cards, they should rotate 180 degrees and receive a perspective. And when they are not a match, we do not want them rotated. We just want them to flip again, okay, or to unflip. And we are going to apply that for the second card as well. And then we are going to dive in and see our result. So let's come here. So when I click on this one and I click on this one, because both of them are a match, they're going to disable. They're going to stay. Now let's click on this cat and let's click on this. Both of them are the same, so that's why they stay. So let's click on this and let's click on this. And whenever I click on it, Now you guys can see there is a bug with this. There is an issue. The issue is that before seeing the second card, the first card unflips. And why is that? The reason for that is because this card, the second card that I just clicked, is not equal to the first card. That's why both of them, they unflip. See, this is a cat and this is a dog. Now, we should be able to see this change. Okay, now whenever they are a match, they are going to stay, of course. But when they're not a match, we should be able to see that they are not a match. This happens so fast that we cannot see it. Well, it happens like in no time. Before, before showing the card, the second card, this statement comes in and it removes the flip class. But we wanna have some time to see the second card and to know for ourselves that they do not match, and then they should unflip. But because they do not match, they unflip immediately. But we do not want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this and I'm going to create a set timeout function. All right, and in set timeout function, let's go ahead and let's create a function. But you know what? This is not the optimal way of doing it. So I'm going to create an arrow function. For now, just keep this in mind that this is the syntax, and I'm going to give it 1500 milliseconds. It means that the time that we will have to look at the second card, even though it is not a match, is going to be 1.5 seconds. Then in here, we are going to add our block of code. So this block of code is going to be active for 1500 seconds. So let's click on this, and on this, we know both of them are a match. What about this and this? Exactly after 1.5 seconds, they are going to unflip. We do not want them to unflip immediately. We want them to be shown to the user that they're not a match, then they should unflip. You can increase or decrease this time. This is in milliseconds. That's up to you, but I think 1500 is a good time. So this is a cat and this is a hamster. They do not match, they unflip. If they match, they get disabled or they stay. All right, this is going to be it for this video. See you guys in the next one.